The story of Icarus in Greek mythology is known for deeply affecting those who hear it and prompting profound reflection. It carries a lesson for humanity, while also causing people to question various aspects of life, particularly the nature of his death. Two questions arise in the minds of those who hear the story. Was it Icarus's lack of humility that led him to his demise? Was it the misplaced courage he displayed? Courage is an essential emotion for initiating something, but to avoid a tragic end, it must be tempered with balance and moderation. In times when philosophy and religion did not yet exist, Icarus held a significant place in imparting lessons to humanity. Those who know the story still value its relevance in the present day. I find it incorrect to dismiss mythology as merely a collection of simple tales. Just as striking events of every era possess the power to influence and guide subsequent periods, we must not overlook the impact of these mythological stories on people and eras. By hearing this story, you can witness how the emotions of freedom and courage can surpass everything else, and how failing to control the urge for balance may lead to an inevitable end. His name is Daedalus in Latin and Daedalus in Greek, meaning skilled worker. More precisely, he was a craftsman of royal lineage. During a time when the gods scorned humans, Daedalus lived among them. He was a master of all trades: architecture, sculpture, and mechanical design. His sculptures were so lifelike that those who saw them thought they were real. In Athens, Daedalus worked with his apprentice and nephew Talos. One day, Talos invented the saw using the teeth of a dead snake. Envious and enraged, Daedalus threw his nephew from the Acropolis, hilltop citadels. When the crime was revealed, Daedalus fled or was exiled to Crete. He spent the rest of his life working under King Minos. He created a dance floor for Ariadne, a bull for Pasiphae, and the labyrinth for the Minotaur. Thanks to him, Crete was adorned with magnificent works of art. While living in Crete, he had two children with a woman, Icarus and Lapix. Compared to Icarus, little information is available about Lapix. After Theseus killed the Minotaur, it was suspected that Daedalus might have been involved. As punishment, King Minos imprisoned him and his son Icarus in the labyrinth. For a while, Daedalus and Icarus were trapped helplessly in the labyrinth. Eventually, Daedalus came up with an idea. They could escape by crafting wings from wax and feathers. After preparing the wings, he warned his son Icarus before their flight. He explained that flying too low would cause him to fall into the sea, while flying too high would cause the wax to melt from the sun's heat, leading to the wings' disintegration. Despite these warnings, Icarus became mesmerized by the allure of freedom during their flight. He wanted to ascend higher and higher. However, as he climbed, the sun god Helios perceived this as a great act of disrespect towards him. The wax melted and Icarus's feathers fell one by one. In the end, Icarus plunged into the sea, and Daedalus, burdened by the loss of his son, managed to land safely on the shore. Following this tragedy, the sea where Icarus fell and drowned, as well as a nearby island, were named Icarian in his memory. The story of Icarus evokes a range of thoughts in everyone who learns about. Some see it as a lesson in the importance of balance. Others believe it underscores the need to heed the advice of elders, lest one encounters similar misfortunes. Yet others admire Icarus for his courage, viewing his death as an act of heroism. In truth, Icarus's tale encompasses all these perspectives, and it emphasizes that everyone should reflect on it in their own way. To me, Icarus was a remarkably brave and passionate individual. Attempting to fly, something he had never experienced before, was a great act of courage in itself. Had he listened to his father's advice and maintained balance without being carried away by the passion of the moment, he might have lived to see another day. Icarus's desire to ascend higher stemmed from the overwhelming passion and curiosity that accompanied the freedom of flight. Escaping the labyrinth, seeing the sun, gliding through the sky with nature below his feet, this was an experience he wanted to embrace fully, perhaps the first and last of its kind in his life. In doing so, he sealed his own fate. When I think about it, if Icarus had restrained his passion during his flight, the experience might have meant nothing to him. While he might have gained freedom, had he suppressed his curiosity and the feelings that arose from it, flying cautiously as his father instructed, he would have ignored the emotions burgeoning within him. Even if he landed safely, he would not have derived true happiness from the experience, having confronted his own timidity. In my view, it was not arrogance but rather curiosity and courage that led to Icarus's end. Unfortunately, we will never know if he regretted his actions. What I do know is that this story has the power to resonate with everyone in some way, and reveal fragments of themselves within its narrative.